makakapanayan po natin ang isang marketing and SEO industry expert. No? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sir William Jones. Sir William, good evening.
Evening, how are you doing?
Yes. Good evening, Sir William. Where are you right now, sir?
I live in Surigao City in Surigao del Norte.
Oh, Surigao. Okay. Well, how long have you been here in the Philippines?
About 6 years now. I know very little Tagalog and a little bit of Bisaya, like Mayang Gabi, Maganda Gabi.
Okay.
You know, just little things, not too much. So I'm learning. Actually, hired a teacher to teach me Tagalog. So I mainly spend a lot of my time in Manila and the other half of it in the province. So.
All right. Okay. Well, tonight we're going to talk about SEO and, of course, your digital marketing business. And I would like you to explain to our viewers. We have a lot of viewers from Filipinos from Europe and Hong Kong, and then they wanted to have business here in the Philippines, but all their life they've been an employee, so they don't have any idea on how to start a business. That's why our program is now focusing on inspiring Filipinos abroad about new ways to do business. So, for the can you explain to the audience what is SEO?
Yep. So SEO is, think of it this way: if you were looking for the best Chinese restaurant in Manila, and I went to Google and I type in Chinese restaurant Manila, I'm the guy that gets you in the top 3. So whenever someone goes to do that search, they find you. People, if you can get clients, usually preferably in the United States, you get your clients in the United States, you're obviously going to be paid more. Your time's worth more, stuff of that nature. Because generally speaking, clients from the United States will pay anywhere from, let's say, 40,000 pesos up to 100,000 pesos a month just to do SEO for them.
All right. So, why is SEO so important to businesses?
So, I mean, think of it this way. If I was to give you keys, if I was to say this mansion is yours, or here's this BPO bank account, but I'm not giving you an ATM card, I'm not giving you the passbook, I'm not giving you any access to it, but there's 1 million pesos in it. How good is that bank account to you? It's not worth anything.
All right.
You know, SEO, you can have a business, but without traffic, which is what SEO gives you, then, you know, it's useless. So SEO is the way we drive traffic to a website. It's the way we drive traffic to social media. It's the way we drive traffic to anybody. Think of a lot of people will hear about you probably through word of mouth on your program, you know, for instance. Now, what if on top of that, you weren't ranked for best radio station in the Philippines?
All right.
You'd get a lot more traffic from everywhere because there's tons of OFWs that are all over the world. And then there are, you know, people that moved abroad or moved to the States or moved to Europe, and they still want to know what's going on in the Philippines. The way they would find out that would be tuning into your radio station. And how do we do that? We do that through Google. Unfortunately for the Philippines, a lot of the times, most people in the Philippines, they go to Facebook. They don't really go to Google. You know, so the Philippines is a little bit behind when it comes to SEO, but that means, you know, a lot of people look at, well, that's a downside. For me, that's a benefit. It's an opportunity for you to get business inside the Philippines if you're a Filipino and you have a business here. Or you're a Filipino and you're an OFW. You know, or in my case, I tell people get business in the States because you get paid more, you know, versus a client over here pay you, let's say $200, $250, but in the States, they'll pay you $800 to $1,000, generally speaking.
All right. So basically, Sir William, SEO will link whatever business that you have to those who, other businesses that is related to your business. Am I right?
That's one way. One way we do it is like backlinks.
Mm-hmm.
Create backlinks and we get you ranked that way. Another way is through like local is GMB posts. We do press releases, podcasts, YouTube videos, blog posts. All these different things are all tied together, telling people about you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When did you start or establish your company, sir?
So I started freelancing over 2 decades ago.
Two
Over
decades
20 years ago.
Oh, correct.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm actually older than I look. I'm 47 with 3 grandchildren. Well, 2 grandchildren and a third one on the way. So, you know, one of my daughters is married to a Filipino. So, I have,
right.
you know, I have 2 beautiful grandchildren from them and another one on the way. But 2 decades, I started freelancing while I had a job, just like everybody else. You know, I'm passionate, honestly, about mainly your audience, OFWs. For me, my wife was an OFW when I met her. I met her online on Facebook. She was working in Kuwait, then she worked in Saudi. For me, it makes no sense for most Filipinos to go work abroad and leave their home country and leave their family to go make $500 a month most of the time if they're so lucky. Because a lot of times the government shows the good side of OFW, but there's also the bad side, which I know we've seen on the news and stuff where OFWs are killed or bad things happen. You know, but we all hear, oh, it's so wonderful, and we get to go to another country, and we get these trips and all this, but we don't remember the bad part until it's brought up in the news. And for me, it's like you could stay in the Philippines, work from the Philippines, never have to leave your kids, never have to leave your family. My wife, when she left and worked as an OFW, she left our daughter, which was, I believe, about 5 months old, to go provide for her family. So that's why I'm very passionate about it.
Yeah, about the OFWs, when you leave your family behind, your children, and you're not physically here to guide them, it will there's a percentage that it has a negative effect.
Yeah, you see the whole social dynamic. It's like why are a lot of the men wind up being the wives or playing the role of the mother.
Yeah.
And then the mother actually goes abroad and plays the role of the breadwinner or the man of the house. Or in my wife's case, you know, her mother, which I adore, and I know, she's the one that raised my daughter.
Yeah.
So,
it's very hard.
I know very, very well, and I understand why they do it, and it's a hard life, and a lot of hard choices are made, but now you have the digital age where you don't have to do that.
Yeah,
I mean, you may not have you may not have the computer, you may not have internet, but there are ways around that.
Well, even in provinces, it's very easy to access internet. Everybody can buy gadgets, but the problem is most Filipinos do not know about SEO.
They're not trained.
They're not trained. We are educated to be an employee someday. We go to college schools to be.
Most of them are either IT or civic engineers.
Yeah.
Well, almost all my staff when I first started training people were either civic engineers or IT, but they still knew nothing about digital marketing. And so what I did, I came over here not because when I moved to the Philippines, broke. I wasn't your typical foreigner moving to the Philippines with money. I had about 7 car payment, like 3 or 4 car payments, and besides that, I had a $1,600 a month house payment, and lost my 2 biggest clients. I bought plane tickets, moved over here, right? Because we had another choice. My other choice was move in with my 60-year-old parents, which I was not about to do. Okay, and then when we started over here, I started getting clients in the States, right around COVID. But before that, we were living in a hollow block house with Mickey Mouse and a dirty kitchen. It wasn't like we started out where a lot of people think, oh, well, you have an advantage. You're an American. I don't have no advantage. I'm just like everybody else. I'm a human being with a passion, with a desire to not have to depend on other people.
Yeah,
and
very
so my
hard
wife
working.
is Yeah, my wife is the one that pushed me,
Mm-hmm.
and Filipino wife, love her to death, Rowena, and she pushed me, and then therefore I started. You know, when you're talking about even in the province, when I started, I had a globe little box.
Mm-hmm.
I put some pesos and loaded up, and that's how I did my work. And I had my little computer, and the internet sucked most of the time, and I had to wait till late at night when I could actually get on the internet and work and stuff of that nature. So I mean, even if it's hard, if you really want it bad enough, you'll make a way.
All right. Well,
If you don't want it, you
let-
won't make a way.
okay, Sir William, let's go back with the SEO. In layman's term,
Yeah.
of course, we Filipinos are not familiar with this highly
Yeah.
technical computer or internet
Yeah.
terminologies. In layman's term, in the simplest way of explanation, how can an individual take advantage of SEO?
So let's say if you don't have a business and you want to become a business owner or you want to get clients,
Mm-hmm.
then in that case, there's one or two ways. Either you find someone like myself that will teach you, and I
Right.
offer free classes all the time in
Mhm.
GMB Pros. If people message me or reach out to me, I'll put them in GMB Pros for free, and we teach people from start to finish on how to get anything from how to get clients to actually how to do SEO or search engine optimization. The number two thing is, now if you don't want to do that, maybe you come and work for a place like I have another company. It's called Outsource Sharks. It's a virtual assistant company. That company in Surrey, Gal City will find people that have no experience, and we train them.
Mm-hmm.
But the only difference is with that, you're not going to have your own clients. You're not going to be making as much money, etc., because you're relying upon someone else to teach you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're providing the internet, they're providing the computer, they're providing all that stuff. So, but I would encourage you, if anything, to come into our classes, learn for free, and then get motivated and, actually go after it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could start with something as simple as called GMB management, which is simply how many of us have posted something on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine posting something for someone's business on Facebook or on Google My Business and doing that 7 days a week and then paying you basically 15,000 pesos a month to do so.
Mm-hmm.
If you got 15,000 a month and got 5 clients doing that, you're making pretty decent money. You're making close to 100K peso.
Yeah, especially here in the Philippines.
Yeah, in the Philippines, you're going to live like a king in the province for a couple, 1,000 pesos. So.
Mm-hmm.
But that is life-changing money for most Filipinos, and that's what I would teach you to do personally.
Well, is there any videos available uploaded in the internet like YouTube?
If you literally can go to my YouTube channel, I got over 1,000 videos that teach you how to get clients,
Mm-hmm.
to teach you how to do an SEO audit, but teach you everything you need to know to actually start your own business and get clients and actually learn SEO.
Mm-hmm.
Besides me, there's people like Chris Palmer, Kurt Brolden. There's a bunch of different people. Just Google the term, not Google, but go on YouTube and go look up the term, local SEO training, local SEO tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
You could do the same thing. There's a lady here named Liz. She runs one of the largest SEO tutorial groups on Facebook in the Philippines, and she gives away free tutorials and everything else. I also run a Facebook group where we do training.
Mm-hmm. Sir William, there's some technical questions here that I would like to ask you.
Okay.
Yeah. What is the difference between organic and paid results?
So with organic, when you look at the search engine, you type in any key term, let's say roofer near me.
Mm-hmm.
Very top is usually going to be sponsored, which means they're paying for those spots. They're paying every time someone clicks on one of those ads for that spot. Underneath of that is the, if you will, Google My Business or Google Business Profile, where you're in Google Maps. Underneath of that is inorganic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. They're also
organic being not paid and not maps.
all right. Where there is also terminologies like keyword frequency, keyword density, keyword difficulty, and keyword proximity. What does it mean?
A lot of that is, I look at SEO differently than most SEOs. A lot of SEOs get very technical with it, right? And they go frequency and volume and velocity and all this. And a lot of that is, in my opinion, doesn't mean a whole lot of anything. What I look at it from is more of a business point of view. It's like, who's in the top 3 of Google? What are they doing different than what I'm doing? And then I make a game plan to do what they're doing that I'm not doing. Whether that's backlinks, whether that's how many times they're posting on their listing, how many times they're posting blogs, etc. You can get lost in these terms with velocity and link volume and all that stuff, and then you'll feel overwhelmed. So I don't really teach that way. The way I teach it is totally different.
All right. Well, name a few important Google ranking factors.
For me, what I do is I look at someone's website, let's say top 3, and I just look at what they're doing different than what I'm doing. But generally speaking, how many reviews do they have on Google My Business? Are they responding to the reviews? How often are they posting on their Google My Business? How many pages do they have on their website? You know, do they have local information on their website? Proximity information, things to do, places to go, Google, all these different little things, all tied together for maps and your website.
All right. Well, Sir William, how do you use content marketing for SEO?
So content marketing, let's say you're posting on Facebook or LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And people will tell me all the time that has nothing to do with SEO. So I'm saying, well, you don't understand SEO, because SEO is simply sending traffic to your website, which then Google says, aha, this person's an expert, and they rank them higher. Okay?
So it's like an algorithm.
You got it. It's an algorithm. So we could do that through blogs. We could do that through links. But let's say we do a post on Facebook or on LinkedIn. Well, when they click on that post, we're going to send them to a website or a specific blog. And the more traffic we get from that, blog or that what do you call it? A referral link. It's called, instead of direct traffic is, say, for instance, I have your radio station address and I go directly there. But then referral traffic is, I knew someone that told me about you and they brought me to you. So a Facebook post or content marketing is simply referral traffic. It's traffic that gets to your website, but it's coming there through another platform. And that will affect your rankings.
So information will lead to another information and lead to another information. Am I correct?
Correct.
Right. Well, are you going to have or conduct a seminar about SEO in the near future?
Well, in the future, pretty soon, we're having on December 8th, we're having the award ceremony from Southeast Asian Premier Business Achiever Award at the Wynford Resort. And if you're not going to be there, you should be there. And I can gladly meet anybody there, and I'll be gladly give.
I'll be there.
I'll give anybody that comes there, I'll give them information, and I do free coaching for Filipinos as well, and then I also do paid coaching, and then I also, will give you right direction, and then our courses, of course, are free. And then on my YouTube channel, all that's for free as well. It's not like you have to pay me. I'm wanting to help people. That's all I try to do is help people.
All right, I'll see you on that evening, Sir William.
Awesome.
But before we let you go, kindly announce your website, your Facebook page. Where can we contact you if there's a Filipino who's interested about SEO and learning more about it? Where they can find you? Yeah.
So you can find my websites at rankfortress.com, and then you can go on to Google me, William Jones Marketing. You'll find me. I dominate the top 2 or 3 pages of Google. Or go to YouTube and type in William Jones Marketing. You'll find me on YouTube there. I got thousands of videos there.
All right. Well, I would like to ask, you've been with this industry for so long, and now you're here in the Philippines. Do you think what's the future of the Philippines with regards to digital marketing?
I mean, if you look at what Bonbon Marcus wants to do, he has mentioned digitizing the Philippines, and I think that's a good direction to go. I think if the Filipino people actually, put the best foot forward and actually make, like I was telling you, is like, if you have a goal and you have a dream, you can make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of how bad do you want that dream. I believe the Philippines can be as everybody calls it, it's a developing country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's necessarily a developing country.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the Philippines, for me, it's a first world country, but there are certain aspects of it. Of course, we want to do better in the province and different things that may aggravate you when you're here, but it's not any better anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I've been, I lived in the United States forever and I choose to live here. I believe the Filipino people deserve it. I believe the Filipino people can achieve it. It's just a matter of how bad do you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Are we just going to be sitting around and be satisfied, or wait on the gut? Just like in the States, will we sit around and I was born in poverty. I'll always be poor. My mama was poor. My daddy was poor, and look for the government to give you handouts to help you. And I believe, like in the States, I would tell you that the government is not here to help you. You may think they're here to help you, but the reality is the government is, like in the States, is here to help themselves. And the only way we can get out of poverty is for us to choose and consciously make daily decisions to get out of it.
Well, can you tell us what country in the world whose citizens take advantage of this SEO?
I mean, all the European countries,
Right.
Australia, United States, I mean, all of them. The Asian countries, somewhat, but the Asian countries, it's not, y'all mainly use Facebook.
Yeah.
If I was to go look up best karaoke bar, I'd go to Facebook and look it up. If I'm living in the Philippines, they don't really, go online and look it up on Google. But once again, that presents an opportunity where you can create a market.
Mm-hmm.
You can create, if you will, the drive and the traffic and get more clients and the stuff of that nature. If you're choosing to go after the Filipino market,
Well,
I tell people go after the U.S. market, for instance, because the pesos at almost 58, 59 pesos right now. So when someone pays you in U.S. dollar, they pay you, let's say, $1,000. You basically make $1,200 because of the conversion of peso.
all right. Well, if I may ask, you have a new president in the USA.
Yeah.
Well, President-elect Donald Trump was
Donald Trump.
yeah. Well, what's the future of US in terms of digital marketing, in your opinion?
I mean, I think it's brighter now. I mean, that's my opinion politically. I did wonderful under Trump. Under Biden, it was, the economy was bad, the inflation was bad, all this stuff was, wasn't that great. Do I wish Trump would stop putting his foot in his mouth so much? Yes. But, overall the economy and stuff was really good, that sort of thing. But, if you're asking that, but as far as digital marketing and stuff, I think it's not going anywhere. It keeps increasing. It's going up. I could show you on Google Trends that the SEO market is not dying. It's not going anywhere. Everybody thinks because of AI it's going to die. It's not.
All right. Well, finally, Sir William, your message to those Filipinos or non-Filipinos who is interested to learn more about SEO. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, come meet me out at Southeast Asian Premier and Business Achiever Award December 8th at the Winford Resort and Casino. It will be in Manila.
All right, I'll see you there, sir.
All right, I will see you there. Thank you so much.
Again, that was Sir William Jones. He's under the marketing and SEO industry He was doing that for 20 years again. Thank you so much, Sir William. Gusto ko lang batiin lang din La Visual Corporation. Miss Lalaine. Lang yan naman, pinag-i-English mo ko. Biyernes na biyernes. Pinadudugo mong ilong ko. Anyway, kailangan natin kausapin yung mga... Minsan may mga foreigner talaga, no? Partner natin yan. Alam nyo, ang negosyo, mas umaasenso kapag meron kang katuwang na mga partners.